me and I'll share it. Am I allowed to share it, or will it still not work?
I can't share it on here with three.
Well, you muted yourself, buddy. And you were coming in prematurely.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, listen to the radio operator.
I don't know what the fuck is.
I'm the guy who spit his ear to the mic for 4 years and did calm all my life. Yeah, so you were coming in prematurely for a second. And I want to say this, Janet, I don't know if you saw it in the chat yet, but you are one sexy creature.
I couldn't hear what you the last word.
I think you look like one sexy creature.
Preacher or creature?
Creature.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I didn't realize it's like a prayer or something. I was going to do this.
Hey,
thank you. I appreciate it. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to wear which earrings I wanted to wear. Because see, I hang on my earrings on my. I see all my earrings on here.
Yeah.
I got my goats for when I play Goat Simulator, and then I got my little spaceships, and then I got my D20s.
Nothing like a natural 20.
Yeah, and then I've got.
Okay, now I'm gonna.
Can I do my intro, please?
I'm gonna make a daring thing.
Yeah. What do you say? What did you say, Orange Hat?
Can I do my intro, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
No, I haven't because sorry. But it's like I haven't even done the dang intro yet. Welcome back, everybody. To Monday Night Rants. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the skipping and shit. I can't avoid it because, fucking StreamYard is a piece of shit and whatnot. And it's fitting because it's causing me to rant over StreamYard. So we got some stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Alec Baldwin trial first, and then we're going to be talking about the Trump assassination attempt.
Yeah.
So we got some topics and hope everybody's doing well. I'm streaming this both on X and on YouTube. And we got Janet is also streaming it on hers. So hopefully that doesn't cause any too much problems either, because we might get into some stuff that,
I was going to say, I can change it. But I can change mine if you want me to Rumble instead of YouTube.
It's all right. Nah, it's all right. Stream from wherever you want. Hello in the chat to Ruben Thomas Official. Hello, Orange Hat Reviews, and how are you? It's just Orange Hat now, Ruben. But thank you. I'm doing very well, and God bless Trump. Indeed, God bless him. And NB Geeks is also here. How you doing, NB?
Well, I'm doing. I did not think we'd wake up in a world in 2024 where this could happen, considering the last time it was 1981. Nobody should be able to get that close, that kind of line of sight. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So we are going to talk about the Alec Baldwin trial first off, folks. And this is the one that pisses me off. This is being shared to the Baldwin playlist that I have. This is going to be the concluding video for Alec Baldwin as far as I'm concerned. Unfortunately, it's not going to conclude the playlist with him being sentenced to jail for 18 months because due to a botched prosecution and the withholding of evidence illegally, that's a violation of due process in which he is entitled to. And unfortunately, the prosecutor caused a dismissal with prejudice, meaning he can't be retried. And this pisses me off because this man killed a woman. Like it or not, this man killed a woman. Everybody can use all the fucking excuses they want. Oh, it was the armor, or it was a live round People weren't paying safety corners. He is a fucking producer on the film. He is responsible for how shit is done. He is also one of the actors who didn't do his safety drills. And not only that, he freaking goes out after the woman.
Can the family still sue him?
But also, he goes out after. Yes, civilly they can. But
yeah,
as I'm saying,
so hopefully they'll still do that.
After he shoots this woman.
Mm-hmm.
They are. As I was saying, he goes out after shooting this woman, calls up his wife, and is like, "Oh, come, or you can still come over, honey. We're gonna make a night out of it. We're gonna go out and have fun." After this fucking piece of shit kills a woman. Now I can't legally call him a murderer. I can legally say that he is that he is guilty of killing somebody, because that is defamation. That is legal, actual defamation, and I don't feel like being sued. But what I am going to say through factual basis is that Alec Baldwin ended a life with a gun on a set of a movie by accident. Whatever, he killed somebody. I cannot legally say he is guilty of it, but it pisses me off. Say what?
Can I say something, Orange Jet? And it's going to also tie into later with the Trump assassination attempt. Listen, the way that set is set up, even with the prompt, those kind of weapons are not what's called single action, which means semi-automatic or whatever you want to call it. Not single action. But you can't pull the trigger on those kind without cocking the hammer back. So the hammer was cocked back, and he's saying, I never pulled it. It's like, no, that's not That's not fucking possible. That's not believable. And here's the thing. I don't care if he's an actor. You know me. I'm a Marine. I'm a firearms guy. And you know the rules. I say you treat every weapon as if it was loaded. Why the hell was he pointing the freaking thing at someone? Anyone like that? That was stupid. So he is responsible. Yep. And he says, I'm not responsible. It's like, no, you're responsible. No, I didn't pull the trigger. No, you had to pull the trigger. There's no way otherwise. I know what it takes to pull the trigger on most weapons. It's called 5.5 pounds. But when it's a weapon like that, you have to cock the hammer back because that's how it goes, so can eject the cartridge, the round.
Yeah. Well, these are revolvers from the 1800s that they were using, so.
That's
the fact that he was a producer and an actor and the one who pulled the trigger on the weapon, they got plenty of evidence to sue in the civil court. So even though they threw it out, just like what happened with O.J. Simpson, you know, they can win millions of dollars off of him and make him pay. So.
Millions of dollars, but the millions of dollars isn't going to bring back the director.
I know that. No life can be replaced, no matter money. But the thing is, if they want some type of retribution,
cinematographer.
Where he has to admit guilt, say, hey, you just tell us you're sorry and that you admit that you pulled the trigger and that your actions caused their death, and we won't make you pay us $1.5 or $2 million. You see what I mean? They can get something from it if they get a good lawyer, and there's plenty of evidence to do that. I mean, the fact that the person's already dead, they can't do anything about it. It happens every day in car accidents and all kinds of, terrible, fireworks or whatever. But to get the person to admit their guilt and get them under oath saying it, I mean, that's something towards healing. knowing that the person that did it is being punished. I mean, that's why we have a court system in the first place. And for people who don't get justice in court, that's why we have civil court. So, it's another chance for that person to either feel guilty for what they did and actually apologize, or for the family of the person that was taken from them to give somebody a big FU. We're going to get your money. We're going to take your house. We're going to take everything you own because you took our loved one that we can never replace. So you're going to suffer.
I understand that, and I hope they do, and I hope they sue his ass into the ground, but the guy should be in prison.
Yeah, but the DA screwed that up. So maybe that DA won't get reelected next time, hopefully. I mean, little things like that is why you want to make sure you vote for them. Oh, she resigned?
My wife,
Yep.
I think I said this to you, Dan, was she thinks someone got paid.
Oh, they probably did. But that's why civil court is still an option. That's why I tell people,
I am guessing it is because they had a video earlier on Court TV, the Court TV YouTube channel, where they were talking to the special prosecutor that had to leave the case, and even she said it is insane that the prosecutor went on the stand to testify. It's like she sunk her case right then and there. No prosecutor has ever done that before, folks. No prosecutor has. And I am wondering, the thing that makes me wonder whether or not this prosecutor is corrupt or dirty or fucking paid off. When they cross-examined her and they're like, did you call Alec Baldwin a cocksucker? Or an arrogant prick or anything like that? She's like, I actually appreciate Alec Baldwin's politics. I actually think or like his Saturday nights live skits. And it's like, oh, these are some serious red flags going off right now. These are some serious fucking red flags that is telling me that this thing is about to not go the way it should be. And lo and behold, they called for not a mistrial, folks. Not a mistrial. They called for a dismissal with prejudice, and it was granted because it met all of the prerequisites for a dismissal with prejudice. Now, for those of you who don't know the legal jargon, dismissal with prejudice means you cannot recharge him no matter what. Even if you get new damn evidence, even if you get all of that, he can't be tried again because they have ruled it has been a legal distinction that this man has been charged and sought out, essentially. And that it is not.
Yeah, that
Hutchins,
was the thing.
Her husband has to grow or live life without a wife, and hey, Snortopoopas, and also the kid has to grow up without his mother, but also her family in Ukraine has to grow up without has to live the rest of their life without a daughter and a sister. Now, yes, there is a little bit of justice because of Hannah Gutierrez, how she should never have been put in Hollywood films, especially after the debacles in the Old Way film with Nicolas Cage. How she fucked up on that set. And yet...
So after this one, she won't be able to do anything else like that, right?
Name on. She's dead in Hollywood.
One of the biggest things was
nobody's going to fucking hire her, especially after the sentencing.
Well, did she get jail time?
Go ahead.
Did she get jail time?
18 months.
Well, that's something.
18 months.
Yeah, but this guy is, I'm going to be honest.
That's the maximum.
I'm going to be honest. When it comes to this guy, like a person like Alec Baldwin, people use and like to throw at the term narcissist. Okay, I actually know what a narcissist is like. Alec Baldwin is a pure narcissist. He really believes he is not at fault for anything he did. And he feels vindicated, and he's going to go to bed. And he went to bed the night thinking, good, everybody agreed with me and didn't give a shit about what had happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, it's not illegal to be a dick or an asshole or a narcissist. Okay, so that is an evidence in court. And if the DA threw the case by doing a shitty job, the DA is the one that dropped the ball on the family. Okay, whether he's guilty or not, the DA basically flushed it down the toilet, and they didn't get justice. So the only thing I could tell them to do would be to sue them in civil court, and they will win in that because you don't have to have near as much. It's not the it's not the same.
Civil court, you do not have to have
shadow of a doubt.
12. You don't have to have 12. You can have 7 and you win.
Yeah. So the thing is, there's plenty of evidence to prove that. So they'll win in civil. They just have to make sure they put a really freaking high number up there and make them pay for it. You know?
Yeah, it's just too bad.
And then they can give the money to charity. They can do whatever they want with the money afterwards.
The fact this guy should be in prison.
I know, but it's nothing they can do about it. And bitching and moaning is not going to change it. The DA screwed up. The DA screwed up. And if I was them, I'd try to see if I could sue that DA too in civil court for ruining their case, for their one chance of justice for their loved one.
No, I would submit, or if she hadn't resigned, I would submit, or I would file a complaint before the Bar Association. And I would ask for an investigation or
you can still do that
activities. I would want her fucking bank monitored.
Yeah, I would still
her fucking bank account monitored.
Yeah, I would sue her and have her to where she cannot practice law in the state of California ever again. They can do that.
Oh, you mean
New Mexico?
Her. Yeah,
New Mexico.
Why not?
Or New Mexico. I'm sorry, I forgot it was New Mexico. But yeah, she could do that. The family has enough evidence to do that. There's definitely enough evidence because it was thrown out of court basically because of the bad job she did. So yeah, that's what I would do if I was that family. Sue the shit out of everybody.
It's just
well, here's the thing: the husband. Get this. He actually fucking put a monetary value on his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Took the money and got a producer credit or an executive producer credit on the film.
Mm-hmm.
That man is a piece of shit, in my opinion. I feel bad for the son because he's growing up without a mother. I do not feel bad for that husband because he put a fucking price on his wife's head after she died.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking took the money. I'm sorry. If I lost my wife to an actor's blunder, I would want the full fuck. I would charge him. I would press charges.
Well, remember
the child. How old is the son? How old is the son?
I would say I want him charged.
No, but how old is the child?
It's to double digits. I think.
I
Single to double digits. Just getting into double digits if he's in double digits.
I know, but the son could sue that his mother was taken from him.
Proxy. You're thinking by proxy.
Son can't sue. He's too young.
Yeah,
but I said, how old is he? Now the mother and father of the daughter and the grandparents. the grandparents of the of the boy could sue on his behalf for the loss of his mother.
Also, so could the guardian ad litem that would be assigned to the child.
Yeah.
And CPS or DCFS, depending on where you're at. Trust me, I know all about that shit. By the way, Janet, I love your fucking background.
Isn't it cool?
It is.
I love it. It's a curtain rod, a curved curtain rod, you put in your bathroom. And then I just hung curtains from it. And then I bought these little, lights, and I have a thing on my phone that I can control what the lights do. Let me see. I'll open it. Sorry, Orange.
No, I'm sorry. I know I segued that, but it's just always so beautiful. I know it's all right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, here's the other one I really like. It's kind of hard to use very many different ones because I'm using such a small area. Behind me, see, it's bubbles now. I got little bubbles in the background. I think it's pretty. And I normally use the other because it's a meteor shower because I'm in outer space, basically.
Those are cool. Yeah, those are cool.
I miss my LED lights.
But now we are going to move on to the topic.
About Trump?
Now we are going to move on to the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Now, folks, but to start this off, there's a lot of shit going around about, is it an inside job, this and that and whatnot. There's a lot of fucking conspiracy theories. One thing I do not like on my channel too much is a fucking conspiracy theory without a lot of good evidence to back it the fuck up. Now, yes, there's a lot of conjecture. There's a lot of speculation. One thing that I do know is that the head of the Secret Service needs to fucking resign because she brought failure onto the Secret Service when a person died and the president or the former president got shot.
No,
as they say, that is a zero failure job. You fail, somebody
should have been fired. Biden should have fired. Remember
and not
the
only
way
that,
Biden said, Trump said to Biden, you don't fire people. It's a hard thing, but you don't fire people. And boom.
Yeah.
Was she a DEI hire? And I'm sorry to say,
now get this, folks.
That is not my that is no disrespect to women. My wife did 20 years in the military.
No, she is a fucking DEI hire. She's saying, "Oh, we're going to hire more women by 2030 and yada yada."
They want to get to 30%. They want to bring it up to 30%.
I want the Secret Service to be as
Secret Service has one fucking
I want to get, or it's like, fuck that. I want them as skilled as possible and to understand.
I want to know why somebody was saying, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Too much of a,
you shouldn't be saying
delay,
that.
I'm guessing.
Well, the thing is, okay, the problem is this, okay, I'm a woman and I was born a woman, okay, so I can say this. At least I think I feel like I have the right to say it. I don't think they should lower the standards for any job if for a woman. Okay, if a woman wants to try out for the Navy SEALs, okay, they shouldn't put ladders up for her and step stools and all this shit so she could pass the test. Okay, neither should they do that for a police officer job, a paramedic, or a fireman. I mean, think about it. You have a fire truck coming to your apartment complex because it's on fire, right? And it's got 8 firemen on it. 3 of them are women. 3 of them are women that weigh 120 pounds, and they can't lift 300-pound person. They can't lift the hose over their shoulder and take it up the ladder. They can't do a lot of the stuff because they lowered the standards for her. Now, she has to, one of them or both of them or 3 of them have to run in and try to save people and bring out bodies because they've passed out from the smoke. Okay, they have a chance to live if they can get them out fast enough. Well, you want those 3 women to come to your house and try to take your family out, your pets, and save their lives? No, I don't want a woman that had to lower the standards for to come in and try to save me. I don't want a paramedic that's got low standards. When you go to the doctor, do you want to go to a doctor that got all F's and we need one more doctor. We're going to give him a break and give him his license. Okay. It's bullshit. You know, a lawyer, any job that you have to lower the standards just to get someone to pass the test. I don't want that person. I don't want them to be my chef. I don't want them to be my gynecologist. I don't want them to be my butcher. I don't want them to be any of these jobs. If they can't do the freaking job, they shouldn't get paid to do that job. I don't care what job it is. I want the best. If the person has got a license hanging on their wall, what did they do to earn that license? And if you look into it and find out that your school teachers all made D's in school and they're teaching your kids and now they're going to make D's. See, you get what you pay for. And then we pay for these people to go to school and they can't do the job because we had to lower the standards because they need a percent of people to pass. That's bullshit. I, as a woman, would have more respect for myself. I'd rather go work in a chicken plant or as a waitress than having to lower the standard just so I can be a police officer. And then people are dying because I can't do the pit maneuver and I don't know how to do this job or do that. I don't want that job because I could kill people because of the shitty job that I'd be doing. How do they live with themselves? You know, I don't know. It just pisses me off. Every single time I think about it, it makes me mad to know that lowered standards just to give someone a job, whether they're a man or a woman or their skin tone or whatever reason. You shouldn't lower the standards for any position, period.
Hey,
That's the way I
Janet,
feel about it.
hey, Janet, I want to say this. It's interesting because
Mhm.
what you said was very spot on. Because I've seen a lot on social media of a lot of very young women,
Mhm.
pretty much Gen Z, saying
Yeah.
how hard it is to work 40 hours, not live. I remember my mother, and my mother was in a job. She worked for title companies. I don't know if you know what that is.
A title company. It's where they get stuff ready so they can get your paperwork and everything done.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Well, we were in Jacksonville in the 80s, and I guess it was a highly competitive thing. And
Mhm.
usually my mom was the low man on the totem pole. And what happens to the low man on the totem pole when shit goes
Get
down?
the shit into the sick.
You get the short end and sick. But
Yeah.
my mom
Mhm.
got a job at McDonald's. My mom wasn't too ashamed to sweep the floors.
Mhm.
So when I hear people say they can't handle it, I'm like, okay, maybe you need to be a wife. And I did a TikTok on this. I said, maybe you need to be a wife and a mother. Maybe work isn't for you. And that's okay.
Mhm.
You know, not
But
everybody's
being a wife and a mom is a job. You still got to clean your house. You got to feed your kids. You got to clothe your kids. You got to bathe your kids. You got to do stuff around the house. That's work. And you've seen some people that don't want to do that either. So maybe that being a mom isn't the job she needs either. Or she doesn't want to do
well,
simple stuff at a
when
business.
my ex-wife, she did not like working, she did not like being a mom, she liked the idea of being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally got custody of my daughter. My current wife, who hopefully will be my wife until I pass away,
Mm-hmm.
crossing my fingers for that. um she wanted children and she understood parenting because she was like my ex-wife, she was the oldest of 3 kids, but she did not understand, or sorry, My wife understood how to be a better mama bear than my ex-wife did. She thought she deserved accolades for what she did. My wife now has never asked for accolades for what she did. She just says she did it and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my mom would do. My mom didn't make excuses. My mom went out there, busted her ass, and that was it. Oh, sorry, Orange Hat. No, we got off topic there.
Is anybody talking?
So,
Oh, what happened there?
Oh no.
I was waiting for Orange Hat to talk. So, I mean, the last time, I guess I'll kind of talk about it since I know history and stuff. The last time this kind of attempt happened was 1981. And that was Ronald Reagan, and I was 2 years old. Or one, I don't remember. And I'm a military guy. I did 20 years in the Marine Corps. I'm not a sniper or anything like that. But there's no way there should have been that clear line of sight. No way. Shouldn't have been possible. And then the videos we've seen where it's like they're pointing to this guy and the cop ran away, or at least we're allegedly hearing. I'm like, this motherfucker needs to be fired. Because if he had capped the guy, at least the fireman would be alive. I've done so many security details in my time in the military that this is unreal. I mean, beyond unreal. This is just a security threat nightmare that they allowed to happen. Shouldn't have been possible. Also, I do want to say the thing that saved Trump was not necessarily he turned his head.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fact this guy did not know what the hell he was doing. Now, I've heard he went to the range. This guy was 130 yards at the bird's eye. I've been talking to my buddies in the Marine Corps. We were trained on 200, 300, 500 yards, and not with a scope. We know everything this guy did wrong. And his key thing.
Well, the thing is that he killed someone and he seriously injured two others, and then he hit the president on the ear. And he wouldn't have been able to do any of that if the 2 minutes that went by when people were yelling, "There's a man on the roof! There's a man on the roof with a gun!" They could have shot him before he shot a single shot and saved all those people, but they didn't. Yeah. They failed. And it doesn't matter whether he was a professional or he was just a dumbass with a gun. The fact that he hurt that many people and they didn't do their job. The Secret Service failed big time. And those families deserve justice, not just the president, but the family that lost the dad pushed his wife out of the way when he heard the first shot, and then jumped on top of his daughter right as he got shot in the head. killed him.
Yeah, you saw the video of people saying, hey, we got a guy who's got shot. He got shot in the head. And
but besides that, right next to him, there was the nephew of one of the state representatives. I think I can't remember his name is, and he got shot in the throat, and he was in really serious. And then there was another person that was shot that was in serious. I think both of them are now unstable. But the thing is, none of them would be hurt, not one, because it was over 2 minutes. All they had to do was say, "Hey, there's a guy on the roof over here with a gun." And he's not dressed in your guys' clothes, and they take their scope and they turn like that, see him and shoot him. It's over. He wouldn't have shot a single person, but they didn't.
Exactly.
They didn't.
My wife and I were talking about this, and she said the sniper on the roof was waiting for the order. No, you don't wait for the I'm sorry, I gotta be a little animator. You don't wait for the fucking order. It's a potential threat. You take it out and you accept the consequences later.
Yep.
You don't. The only reason Trump is alive is because this guy didn't know what the hell he was doing. As I said,
I posted a picture on my X, and it shows the bullet whizzing. You can see the air moving as the bullet's going through the air. It's one of those types of pictures. And if Trump hadn't done this, he would have been dead.
And
he turned his head at the last second, and that's what saved his life. That's it. So that guy hit him right here. That's right. If he would have had his head tilted instead of going whizzing across his face like that, it would have went into his head. So the guy would, even though the guy may not be no pro, he's successful. He killed someone and he injured two from quite a distance away with Secret Service all over the place. See, that's a trophy right there for himself.
Success. Rain of fire does not equal success, and this guy failed miserably because
I'm glad.
Too many. Well, yes, but what I'm saying is he failed miserably because he went for the head. Either he'd watched too many fucking movies,
or he was told, hit him in the head.
Yeah, but you don't do that. Not even snipers. I'm not a scout sniper. You don't do that. You hit here. This is where you go for center mass. You don't go for a headshot. You don't go for fancy shit. Because even if this guy had gone center mass and his scope and his sights were off, it probably would have hit. Worse than what happened.
Well, the thing is, it was huge failure. And when it's pathetic. It's just so pathetic because they're going to get away with all of it. You know, they tried to get rid of Trump through lawfare. It didn't work. Okay. Some other cases are getting thrown out, and the only way they could get rid of them is to off them. And it didn't work this time. And I pray to God that they're able to get some decent Secret Service people in, ex-military guys that are retired that are offering. I mean, tons of them. I'm seeing tons of videos of people saying, "I'll do it for free." And then one of the interviews that I got was Saturday when I was playing. What?
Right here, retired military.
Yeah, there you go. There's plenty of guys that know what they're doing that are willing to step in and help Trump and keep him safe. But the thing is, there was a woman that they interviewed the day it happened, within like an hour, maybe an hour after, because I was live streaming, playing Pathfinder basically, and this woman said she was in the front row with, quite a few other people. And, yeah. Do you need
signal
something?
Is not, or the signal keeps kicking me out.
I'm sorry.
No, I need to end the stream because I am sorry, folks. I wanted us to go on for the normal 2 hours. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to investigate what keeps on weakening the stream when I do these streams with multiple people. It might be the crossover streaming. I don't know. It's not anybody else's fault but my own. So I am sorry.
I would say it's your bandwidth issue. You might not have enough.
We are going to have to cut it. Take it easy.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good night. Thank you for stopping in.
Peace and long life, everyone. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Trump 2024.